Hey yo, Fetty Roosevelt here.
Yo, Timothy McVeigh checking in.
And you're tuned into Culture Shocked Radio.
It's not just another podcast.
We're going behind the scenes to give you that fly-on-the-wall perspective.
There's always a story behind everything. From the music we listen to,
the food and places we eat,
sneakers we rock and where we compliment,
the bars we frequent,
local artists we fucks with,
DJs we cut it up with,
entrepreneurs we look up to.
And because we know most of them personally, we can give you an experience that only the rap bastards can present you.
So without further ado, here's the unscripted,
unfiltered,
unwanted opinions from us and our friends as we give your ears a backstage pass to what's happening around you.
Let's go! This is Culture Shock Radio, y'all. Right now, we are with New Jack Swing. So we have DJ Mike Swing, DJ Protege, and DJ Kid Slyce all in one fucking room right now.
Yeah, buddy.
Shit can go haywire.
I hope he doesn't expect his deposit back for this apartment here.
Shit, that's long gone.
We're about to fuck some shit up.
Oh, that's fucking gone.
This is like a circle jerk with your pants on.
It's no
Does
fun.
that count?
No fun yet.
Well, you know, I guess there's no context to that because the listeners wouldn't know, but we are sitting in a technical circle around the round table.
With a big black device sticking over the middle.
And
so
Slim is wearing a Mike Swing shirt. He brought his fanboy today.
Yeah, look at that.
Mike Swing.
I've been in contract negotiations with China about my future. It's definitely, it's
controversial.
It's very
We
controversial.
can't get into the legality.
I'm not allowed to mention any names, but let's just say that the copyrights to said name Mania and we've been having a hard time here. Look. Well, I'm saying, like Hulk Hogan, you don't own Mania, okay? I can put Slice of Mania on a red tank top with yellow font, and it can be mine still, so you can kiss my asshole.
Okay, now speaking of controversy, I was looking at Yelp reviews recently. I heard you don't like Jenga games. Or correct me if I'm wrong here, you don't like drunk white girls playing Jenga after 2 a.m.
No, it wasn't even that. Look, okay.
This is your story. Tell it. Tell them what happened.
All right, my side of the story, yeah. My side of the story.
Because right now you're a dick.
I mean, I'm always a dick. Like that's
True,
not, I think everyone can attest to that. But so I'm sitting there, it's 2:05, and these people are just engaged in this fucking game, and let's remind you, these are fucking wooden blocks that you're stacking up on top of each other, people. Like, how fucking boring of a conversationalist are you that you can't go out and you can't have a conversation with your friend without stacking little wooden blocks? Like, it's just, whatever, dude. So she's stacking these Jenga tables up, and I'm like, okay, like, it's 2:05, and first of all, the stack wasn't that high. It wasn't so high. It was just high enough, and I looked at it, and I go, oh, man, that'd be really tight if, I just, knock this over real quick. And so, I didn't fucking Chuck Norris it. I definitely threw a fucking, Sean Lee
nice
shoulder to the paces where it was just going to do the most damage. I looked up, and I just said, and I walked off.
So is that the equivalent of knocking down a kid's sandcastle?
I've done that too.
I do too. I love it. I fucking love it.
Oh man, it's the best thing in the world. Is just knocking someone's accomplishment over. I hate.
Yeah, they made you out to be a fucking huge monster.
Yeah. Well, she had some great names though. Kid A-hole, Kid Imbecile.
Oh wow, you could use those.
Yeah,
he's a linguist.
Is that wow?
Yeah.
Can we call her up?
Yeah.
I definitely.
She might be owed royalties.
Her name is Gina. I don't know what her last name is. I forgot already. But
Gina, hit us up here at Culture Shock. We can use some of your marketing. You got some great name ideas. Yeah. Dumbass.
She's really great. So she so she knocked it over, and they were just really pissed about it. And then they wrote this I wouldn't say a scathing review. Because she started off being like, oh, the kid was, the DJ was doing great, playing great tunes, and then he had to ruin our night. I'm like, it was 2:05, and you were at a bar on Cedar Chavez, and it was 2:05, and it was time to go home. Just go home. Like, it's time to go home.
Yeah.
And you can't take the Jenga tower with you, okay? She claimed that some of them got hurt from the Jenga blocks falling on them.
Yo, but
I was like, don't start this fucking, we're not. I can't stand all the sue and shit that people do. Like, oh, I got a fucking fingernail clipping. No, just like maybe a block hit them on the foot. I guarantee there was no physical damage.
What was funny was...
Oh, she actually talked about suing somebody?
No, I'm just saying that she's like,
I was like,
all of us, she goes, all of us were offended. Some of us were hurt, all of us were offended. I'm like, okay, like how thin is your house of cards that you get offended by some drunk guy knocking over your Jenga tower?
No shit. And the funny thing is you would look on the reviews and people were actually chiming in and like on your side of it. I thought that was fucking amazing, by the way.
Oh, that happened to somebody else not too long ago too during a drunk cab ride home that everybody came to his defense.
And speaking of, defense, we have this rat bastard here, DJ Protege here. He had to leave his ego in the vehicle.
Yeah.
I told him he couldn't sit down.
Locked him in the truck.
He couldn't sit down and talk with us.
He left all his body hair in there, too.
Yeah,
never mind. He has eyebrows still. I forgot. Never mind. Sorry.
DJ Protege Shagwell.
Any wild stories with you lately? Any bad press you've gotten for your DJ antics, bro?
No bad press or anything like that.
You did have to kick a couple tall bitches out of Kung Fu Rock Rose a while back.
Ooh. Yeah, I've done that a couple times though.
I do that on a regular,
No, what the funniest thing that happened recently was me and Dallas were DJing on Tuesday.
Oh yeah.
And some chick came up, like brunette, real pasty white chick with and then she starts rambling about how this Jewish white girl wants to hear ratchet hip hop. And like, what the fuck was I playing?
Shit, anti-Semitic.
I was playing Feliz Navidad, like, believe it or not. And but what was fucking funny about it was...
Because you weren't playing Dreidel?
It was like...
Yeah, I wasn't playing Drake. It was a fucking Tuesday at like 10 p.m. And honestly, I had literally like 20 people singing along because everybody thought it was great that I was playing fucking Feliz Navidad Christmas song. This bitch lost her mind and came up and told me that I need to stop playing this shit and this Jewish drunk girl wants to hear some ratchet.
So she made sure she told you this Jewish and white girl.
Very specifically, almost verbatim. And me and Dallas was looking at each other, and I just looked at her, and I was like, I'm sorry that you're not happy with what I'm playing, but you're just going to have to stomach this shit.
Yeah.
And I told her that straight up, you're just going to have to stomach this shit, and when I get to it, I'll get to it. And Dallas, like, at that point, fucking lost it. And so, like, the running joke for the past couple weeks is, you're just going to have to stomach this till I get done with what I'm doing. So last night, I was like, man, that's a dope remix. Or I'd say, like, I don't like this song that much. And then Dallas would turn that shit on me. And Dallas was like, we're just going to have to stomach this shit.
Oh, my goodness. And we also got Mike Swing. How's it going, man?
Good. Are we talking about DJ experiences?
We're talking about everything. We're getting y'all's intros out the way.
Okay.
First of all, Bravo for pulling up.
We haven't even gotten to the interview yet.
Bravo for pulling up in the rental. Gonna dog the rental one time.
Yeah.
We got to do that.
Corolla.
Shout out Toyota.
Swang.
So what's with the rental car? The Maybach is in the shop, or?
Yeah.
The Maybach,
Maybach is in the shop.
Maybach is
Which
in
one
the
of your BMWs is in the shop?
Yeah, which one?
The little one.
The little one? Oh, wow. We have...
the 41.
He's got 4 different vehicles, so, I mean, because the Segway counts as a vehicle.
You do have a Segway, don't you? Why have you not brought that out?
He does. He always does.
I want to ride it. Am I too fat? Am I too big? Honestly, am I too fat to ride the Segway?
He rides this
Can we
Segway
catch you
to
at La
HEB,
Frontera
bro.
on the Segway?
He rides this Segway to HEB to go
I go to
grocery shopping.
HEB.
Oh, that's
I did. It is an awesome walk, though.
You know, it's actually easier to go grocery shopping with that because on a bike, you don't have any extra arms to hold stuff because you got to steer. With the Segway, you got both hands because you're just kind of on your feet.
That is
nice.
Lifestyles as a swinging famous.
So y'all guys recently did the Kung Fu, was the NBA Jam?
Well, let me rephrase that. It's New Jack Swing at Kung Fu.
New Jack Swing at Kung Fu. Sorry, where are my manners at?
The first annual.
Hey,
the first annual.
Diego did make a trip.
He did get coming to the building.
Now, I was going to say, it ain't a Kung Fu event. This is our event that was hosted at Kung Fu. Thank you, Kung Fu. But just let that be clear.
So y'all had the NBA Jam tournament, which I got third place in, by the way, which, shout out to the guy who did win. He was good. I know how he beat me now. Alex, you rat bastard. You played a good fucking game.
Rich.
Why? He got beat by like 18 points. So how does that count?
Well, he shouldn't have been in the finals.
Exactly. He was on Kellen's back. He was on Kellen's back.
And I was just going to ask, what place did Kellen finish?
Kellen advanced, but he wanted to go DJ, so he
he
bowed out and said, Rich, he was like, hey, bro, even though I won, like, Rich needs to get...
So I'm going to spread the rumor right now. So, Fetty, I was supposed to get second place.
You would have got second place.
Yeah, you probably should have got second place.
I got cheated.
Well, yeah, it probably came between you and Kellen because Because the semifinal round that Rich was in after Kellen let him take his spot. It was a walk for him. It was like a fucking dude or
you got a free trip to the finals.
Yeah, pretty much is what happened.
It was like the Warriors 2 seasons ago where they had every injured point guard. They couldn't even. Come on.
Yeah, he got advanced because the second round for him was a swing. It was like a easy layup. You know.
I think the highlight of that night was the game as well as the music and y'all playing. Another highlight was Randy was mad drunk that night.
Oh,
QD was fucked up. Like he was just smiling. But it's good to see him. He was in a good spot. We kept literally hugging and kissing all night.
Dude, he's fucking.
I don't know what was going on
when he gets drunk, man. He's like fucking like bear claws. He fucking always wants to slap you on the back and pat you on the back.
I have a handprint still on my back.
His fucking hand is also like literally like a foot squared when stretched out. He's got some fucking alien honky hands.
No, it's not that. His hands are huge. But his fingers are like fucking hot dogs.
Like bananas almost?
Yeah, like
if you will.
Not bananas because they're like sausages because they're just.
They are fat, dude. They are very fucking fat fingers.
And they're usually covered in sausage juice. So
I've literally been in his crib after hours. I stopped by to drop off some music or some shit, and so I dropped by after hours one night and caught up with him at his crib. Literally, he had the whole fucking 5-pack of Meyer sausages, the Elgin sauce. It was an 8-pack. Yeah, it was a pack. But literally, he had every single one of those motherfuckers in a skillet inside his apartment cooking them. And I was like, who the fuck are you cooking food for? He's like, bro, these are all me, bro. This is what I'm gonna do, bro. These sausages, I'm gonna double fist them, bro.
Shout out to Randy. Shout out to QD. We love you, man. We're just busting your balls a little bit.
He literally told me he was gonna eat every one of those fucking sausages.
But yeah, he was feeling mad good that night. But no, all bullshit aside, guys. This is New Jack Swing, so why don't y'all tell the people like how this we obviously know what New Jack music is, New Jack Swing, obviously, but y'all's goal in this, how y'all got the collective, how y'all got together, what was the goal, because it's very successful in what y'all are doing here. But I just think,
this last event was on the day before Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving
and
Eve.
Y'all still had Kung Fu downtown rocking.
Pretty litty.
I'll start it up real quick. It was definitely Mike Swing and I. We got together, and we both kind of like this is back in the peak of when I was playing at Plush. And I, at the time, I could kind of tell, man, I just, I couldn't, you couldn't play, DOS effects and stuff. Not that that's New Jack Swing necessarily, but, 90s hip-hop culture in general, about 5-6 years ago, started kind of, fading away, I feel like, within, the people. Because, we started getting older. We grew up in that in college and in high school. We grew up in the 90s. And so we got older, and we couldn't really go, we weren't going out as much. People weren't heading out. So it's all of a sudden you were dealing with this new influx of kids that are a little bit younger, and I could tell that I could drop a Poor Righteous Teachers track and people would look at me like I was a fucking jackass. Why aren't you playing Drake?
But there's someone who's going to appreciate that.
But there's somebody who's going to appreciate it. There's over 1 million people in this city right now,
just
right?
few and far between when you got two guys in a bar that appreciate it and know what it is, but then the majority of the people out drinking are younger.
Yeah, they want to hear recent shit, top 40.
Yeah, so they don't get it.
And I don't blame them. Hear it all. I got some dope, Kanye sets and Drake sets that I love playing out there for people when it's just playing for it's the right crowd. So anyway, I could tell that it was kind of going away, and that if the way to get it going again is if we made something okay, let's just specifically do some 90s stuff, together. And really, it all came down to, Mike and I just kind of, maybe are not intoxicated, maybe are not,
we were drunk. We were Dirty Bills.
We were Dirty Bills
in the fall of 2011.
Yeah.
We said we were going to make a mixtape together.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
And that's how it started. We were like, let's make a New Jack mixtape together. Let's just do it. You do one half, I do the other half. And we were so lazy about it, and I actually made the mix, made part of it, and he was like, tell me what you play so I don't play it. And then I gave him a list, and he didn't do it, and then I didn't redo mine.
Yeah.
And then you were like, well, why don't we just do a party real quick?
A year later, it came up on my time hop or something, a picture of oh, hey, yeah, this Mike Swing, New Jack Swing, whatever. And I was like, oh man, we never did that mixtape. And then that's when we were like, we should just do a night at Dirty Bills. And so we started, wasn't it Dirty Bills on Wednesday?
I think we did it on Wednesday. It turned out pretty well. The first flyer was the black and white one you did, where you had the skyline.
Yeah.
Your name on it.
Yep.
We did that as the first one. It went pretty well. Well, I recorded it, and when we listened to it again, we're like, man, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we really like. I mean, to the concept of the name New Jack Swing. We played a lot of New Jack Swing tracks, like like LSG, like
it's always based on that, but then it kind of branches out to whatever.
To more of that culture at that time, right?
It was going along with it.
Just '90s culture in general, and I think it's like full circle. Like now, like I play at Barbarella on Friday nights, and it's just an awesome time. But I get people be like, "Oh, you're the '90s DJ."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh."
It makes you feel mad old, dude.
Yeah, it makes you feel so old, but it's like there's an '80s night inside, and like I'm not trying to make it a '90s night, but I just end up playing a lot of stuff from the '90s. But because of that, it's like I just realized it started happening. In Y2K era stuff too, you can't, the ATL boys and stuff, but but I've noticed that like there's a trend going back now towards 90s music and 90s culture, there's like people like, I don't know, maybe it's like Seinfeld memes or something, I don't know what it is.
I kind of always felt like it was, 90s is the new 80s.
Now,
so we're in high school and personally in college, I think, when you listen to an old school night, it was always 80s
at that in that time.
And there was a lot of 80s nights. But now as we're older, the stuff that was new at the time is now old, so it makes it feel like 90s is the new 80s.
Yeah. But it's crazy to think 90s was 20 years ago already. Yeah. As of now, 96 was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, so how did, if these two are the ones that, did the mixtape in the night, when did you come into play into all of this?
That was like a year and a half later.
Yeah, it was later, and that was
we did at least 4 parties. Yeah, before you came along, because we had Chicken George at one. We had
shout out to Chicken George.
We had Eddie.
Yeah, Teresa Funk.
We had him.
We had a couple guests. And then it was just one of these things where, like,
did he just
I remember, I don't know if we asked him to just be a guest, or if we were like, I remember I said, like, hey, we should get Jason involved. Right?
Okay, this was weird because, like, Kellen, he said, I want to talk to you, but I added somebody. I was like, who the fuck is he going to get?
Who?
Because I think it was over the phone or text or something like that. And he said, Jason. I was like, oh. I said, really? I was like, okay. I really wasn't expecting him to ask for you, out of all people, because I know.
But were you happy when he said that?
I was kind of shocked. Well, I was like, I kind of thought, man, is Kellen doing this to kiss my butt, or does he really want Jason?
Right. Well, see, because that's what it felt like. It's like, because if Mike said, let's get Jason involved,
it would have been biased.
It would come across as biased, and I think that's maybe why he never even mentioned me, not even as a guest, because I hadn't done it.
Yeah, he never did. Like, I never suggested Jason as one, because I thought it would be too easy, because I'm with Jason all the time.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to get other people to do the party. Yeah,
I'm gonna come out and say right now. I think DJ Protege is the best DJ in town, and I mean that from perspective of like not just like individually like he's the best at party rocking, or he's the best at scratching, or the best at juggling, but like if you were to take like the $6 million man and put all the pieces of all the great DJs together, I think Protege represents the best out of every aspect of it. He has his own marketing. He can cut with the best of them. He can juggle the best of them. His sound selection is just through the roof. He can play any genre. He does his own edits.
He's very independent.
You're getting a package with him.
He can do anything he wants on his own. Very independent.
He can do anything.
And very nice.
And because of that, I felt at the time, and because of that, he was always an idol of mine. I remember, Tots, Knick Knack, and Protege were like those 3 guys that I was just like enamored with.
Yeah.
Even Mel too. When I first came out, but like Tots, Knick Knack, and Protege, I'd always go see on Saturday nights. I'd always go see Tots at Plush, and I'd always go see Protege at Barcelona. And I'd just be like, oh shit.
Now here's a hip hop question. Me being around y'all all the time. How many of y'all remember Tombaleo?
I do. I played there at the very end. Like when Mel left, I took over for his Fridays. I mean, it was dope. Like they gave 10% of the bar.
Yeah.
So I was getting like $500-600 bucks. So I was like, why did when Mel left that because some chick pissed him off really, really bad.
Oh.
I think Flow Rock put me on a Tombaleo.
No, I don't know Gina, because
I thought it was dope.
Mel
it just had a cool vibe.
John
It was all
Mighty used to do
strip.
it.
And now it's Whole Foods, correct?
Yeah.
It was right there where Whole Foods is at now.
No, it's on the other side.
Well,
of
if
Fifth
they
Street.
potentially end up taking that part
Right.
of that as well, to
Wasn't
that
there
parking garage.
Wasn't there like an art gallery next to it? Because it was in an old warehouse building.
It's a high rise, man. That used to be Electric Lounge. That's
Yeah.
where like Nick.
So
had
you asked for Pro to come along in this. So obviously you come into the fold. What's y'all's first like?
What was your first venue?
Yeah, the first
I
venue.
don't remember the first
Was it
one I
Hudson?
did.
I think it was the Hudson party.
Well, we did a
What year
couple
was
of
this?
Hudson.
We did a couple Hudson.
What year was
What
it?
year was this?
2012.
2012, 2013.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? We can pull up the flyers.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Just me coming into it, it was just something for me because I love playing that shit. And it's like, it's not only is it like get to play some of my favorite songs, and that's all we're gonna fucking play, but like hearing like the B-side records and then stuff that I may forget about that Kellen will play.
Yeah.
You know, and if Kid Slyce is playing something and Mike's like got his gears are working, he's playing shit that I can't even remember. And so,
Side note, man, Mike Swing at the last party played an opening set, and like, you don't want to talk to your pitcher during a no hitter.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Bro kept on being like, hey, well, get up there and play a little bit, man. I was like, I can't talk to him, dog.
Yeah.
He's in the 7th inning right now.
Yeah.
And
He's on a roll.
And he's got 8 strikeouts and no hits, dog. Like, I can't mess with him.
the times I went up there and talked to Mike, I was like, yo, you ready for a break? He's like,
No.
yeah, Mike was like, no, I'm good. I'm in the zone.
That's what
MJ take over.
He had like this whole fucking like basketball theme set going, and it was like literally like song for song, like fucking Shaquille O'Neal. I know I got skills, and
I wish, and
it was
basketball.
No, I was just really.
I think I walked in the building and I Love Basketball was playing.
You know what we forgot to play is Be Like Mike theme song.
Hey, somebody, hey, is it, bro,
my buddy
bro,
Josh literally
got the stems. Thrasher got the fucking stems.
Thrasher bought the rights to that shit and literally
He
owns
owns the fucking Be
And
Like.
he
We were
remade
there in Manhattan and saw it.
He remade it, remastered, remixed it, and put our buddy Doja Ray's did like some vocals on it.
Shout out to all them, man.
I'll give it to you. It's fucking badass,
Tight, man.
Dude, it was fucking awesome, man. Speaking of those guys, shout out to Double J too, man.
No, we've had some great success. More recently, we've been in Volstead for the last year, probably a year and a half.
I have some complaints. Not fucking.
Well, I mean, we had a great time, and I think that's what's so great about the parties, that we kind of keep moving, and we always keep the venues going to different places. Like, we've had a couple that didn't go as well, and because we were trying something new, our new location.
What do you think, Mike?
Lucky Lounge during Texas Relay Weekend. We thought that we would get that black crowd to come out and kind of enjoy it and everything.
Oh, you probably got that black crowd all right.
No, we didn't get anybody out. Like they just
Lucky
weren't hearing
Lounge.
it. We did Lucky Lounge on a Friday
During the relays?
During the relays.
Because you weren't on 6th Street, that's why.
Well, I don't know.
Also,
It was
do that. Lucky Lounge is kind of already left.
kind of on their decline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
it was just a
I
bunch
did
of bad things.
I know
all
the Brew
together.
Exchange one was kind of bad too.
Yeah, the one we did, their Super Bowl at Brew Exchange was kind of bad.
Yeah.
Because right after the Super Bowl was over, people were like, "I'm done. I'm going home."
Well, I mean,
I
I think this
it's hard to keep them out.
speaks to the culture of what's happening right now, and in the nighttime, just the night society. People don't want to go out and stay out till 2:00 anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? People our age, we'd like to just do something early. People are
really
partying
evening.
Sundays.
I honestly say, in the springtime, we've talked about it before, about doing a brunch party. And I'm fucking so
Y'all
down
hearing
to
this
do that in
first.
the spring,
Like a
before it gets
Saturday.
hot.
Yeah, man. I'd love to do a Saturday somewhere.
I want to do a Saturday.
Y'all would
brunch.
kill, dude. But then you still have the New Jack Swing following and people who are gonna come see y'all just for that. But then y'all have the patrons from the places y'all have residencies at.
Right,
So it's
right.
kind of like it's potentially you have both of those fan bases to come see you. But then when you mix,
Saturday they see y'all at New Jack, and
Well,
then
that's when
later
I got
on the
posted
night they're
to.
probably gonna go see y'all where y'all are playing at.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. That's a great idea.
and I think, but also though you gotta look at other things too. Mixing on a Saturday night, just my opinion. Now you're bringing back the drunk girl factor of requesting, because usually people, I'm saying they have it, but people usually don't request during New Jack Swing events.
But it happens, and we'll get the dumb shit where people don't know where they are.
Yeah, because they'll walk
Yeah.
into because it's just a bar downtown.
So I was saying, if you want to do it Saturday night, that's what you're gonna have to deal with.
Yeah,
Well, that too, yeah, absolutely.
And I know y'all as New Jack Swing, y'all, it's not a requesting for those who know why they're at this event, obviously they're listening to New Jack Swing music, so it's kind of like let them do them. Because
and we get like there's other people that will request songs that are
specifically for that.
Yeah, they get it. And we'll get.
And that's awesome. Like,
which is dope.
Yeah,
but sometimes they'll bring up songs that we don't even fucking think about.
But what's the ratio to where y'all have a residency on a Saturday night where a drunk girl asks you for a song, as to where on your Wednesday night, once every quarterly New Jack Swing event, you don't get so many of those drunk girls coming up because they know why they're there for that event.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why when he made that, about trying maybe doing a Saturday night, I was just saying as a spectator, this is what y'all gonna have to deal with now. Now you have y'all's fan base and a drunk fan base that you're already used to. Now it's going to all coincide together, which is good for the numbers, but bad for the brain.
But at the same time, as individuals, Kids, Slyce, Swing, and Protege are booked through every weekend anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that right now.
That's another reason why we don't do it on the weekends. It's just like we're trying to we're trying to do the fun party, but then we have to do gigs that keep the lights on and pay the bills.
Yeah,
which happen to be those Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. So. In trying to make our paycheck for the week, and then not take away from that, because New Jack Swing, a lot of times, after, you pay 3 people, and we always put money back into New Jack Swing, we're not making a lot of money on this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're walking away with
we're not, honestly, we're not doing this for the money at
No,
all. We're doing
this
for the fun. Like, honestly, like,
if we put the money back into New Jack Swing, we're not pocketing
the T-shirts and
everything. We get some money out of it.
But it's nothing that like we rely on or anything.
Yeah, so we put money back in. So it's not like we're making that.
No, because at the end of the day, like I said, like this podcast is how I feel like y'all would need to swing. Like this is for you. This is what y'all enjoy. Well, us is a little different, maybe because it's the culture, giving y'all a backstage pass for your ears. But for y'all, it's people.
There are times that I think that the paycheck definitely paid off with it. Like when we did Mary J. Blige, Red Bull took care of us.
Big up to y'all, by the way,
and
for that.
That was fun, man.
That was ill.
It was not only was it fun, but I felt like we got paid right. You know what I'm saying? And
dude, we did one at Molotov. I don't remember this.
Molotov?
Yeah.
Oh, so you actually
West Coast
you actually have all the old flyers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
We're looking at all the old flyers.
Is Molotov even in existence anymore?
Nah.
It's Concrete Cowboy.
Nah, it's Concrete Cowboy.
Shout out to rest in peace to Molotov. We had some good times, y'all.
Sorry to interrupt you though, but
I forgot what the fuck I was saying already.
The payout was good.
Oh yeah, payout was dope, and one of the ones that really because there's certain ones that really stand out. And one that stood out to me was Rain. We did one in Rain.
Yeah.
And we did it on a Sunday.
I remember that.
We were there. I remember that one.
Fucking packed and fun. And it was dope because they had the LED dance floor. We set the turntables on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And then not only was the regulars that were there, obviously it's a gay club, and the regulars that were there that's the fucking picture of it right there. The regulars that were there were fucking into it, but at the same time, like, we still had our crowd that came in and was into it as well, and that was fucking fun as shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. You get to see that influx of different,
and having
the cultures colliding.
The aesthetics of it being a dance club and having the LED dance floor just looked fucking cool.
But the fact that y'all can just hip hop it the fuck out, too, which I thought was
they were
fucking
digging
dope.
in like the shoops and stuff like that definitely got played, kind of.
I gotta say,
because of where we're at.
That was
definitely one of the funnest ones for me.
When we did the Mary J. Blige show at ACL, that was a fun one for Red Bull. That's the West Coast at Molotov. What else? Did like a Color Me Bad, like a Dirty Bill.
Let me see. Hold on. First off,
he looks like Action Bronson.
Action Bronson. You were like mad big right here.
Look at all his
You were mad, and he got pro. We could see his balls hanging out of his pants.
Bumblebee Tuna.
But no, in all seriousness, like, so, okay, I guess we can start with you, Mike, since you're right here, Swing. Where are you at? Where are your residencies, during the weekends? Where are your nights at?
Thursdays at Greenlight Social, like every other Thursday. Fridays at Kung Fu in the Domain. Saturdays at Brew Exchange. Sundays at Park in the Domain. And then sometimes Sunday evenings at Bungalow and Rainy.
Word up. And Protege, where can we find you?
I split my time between Kung Fu and Rain. Tuesdays Kung Fu, Thursday Rain.
Kung Fu in the Domain.
Yeah, Kung Fu Domain. Thursday Rain, and then Friday Kung Fu Downtown.
Okay.
Saturday back at Kung Fu Domain. So I split my time between the two bars at this point. And I've been working with a company called High Beam Events and doing a lot of their things, but those are like private events, kind of like art gallery showings, like, you know, corporate type shit. And those are cool because they always throw really dope interactive parties.
Hey, Kid Slyce, where do we find you?
My residency right now is Friday night at Barbarella's on the patio. It's just like, man, it's awesome. It's a great time. And then I switch off nights on Saturdays between Craftsman and private parties. I've been doing a lot of private gigs lately, man. D512's been really good to me. They do a lot of stuff where they need a DJ for a client or something like that. And They keep me, honestly, they keep me pretty busy.
Shout out to D512.
D512 for sure.
Shout out to them.
Those guys are good over there. But then, as far as just I've been, kind of thinking about my Saturday nights in general, and just Saturday or Thursday, I got to find a local residency there. So if any DJs out there or any bar owners are looking for a DJ, come talk to Kid Slyce.
Yeah, come talk to Kid Slyce, man. It's going to be a great. He may or may not.
Just make
sure shirt off before the end of the night. That's all I'm going to say. He may surf crowd, but
Jingo's optional.
Jingo's optional?
At your own risk.
Jingo at your own risk. I will say
that. At your own risk.
Jingo at your own risk.
Jingo at your own risk.
I am getting married in 6 months.
So, congrats, by the way. Congrats.
I have something for you for Saturday nights.
Get me up, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
And you should be done by 11 p.m. too.
Yeah, man, definitely. So, I'm getting married. I just want to say real quick, I have the most amazing woman ever, Jennifer Playa. She's my rock, my strength, and everything.
She wear pants.
And she's been allowing me to work this, somewhat like broken DJ schedule.
Yeah,
so
shout out to the women. Shout out to my woman as well.
How that bitch been?
For just being strong and dealing with what you're doing, dealing with what I do. You know what I'm saying? Stuff of that nature. Now, do y'all guys got anything coming up as far as projects, mixtapes, anything y'all want to promote or anything digital, physical?
The next New Jack Swing would be Valentine's Day. I think that's what we agreed on.
Valentine's Day.
What
about Kung Fu? Do we hear back from them about what's going on?
No, because Troy's been out in Nashville, so shout out to Kung Fu in their new location in Nashville. It's actually, I think, opening next couple days.
Oh, nice.
But no, I hit him up about it. He's just been busy and hadn't had a chance to get back to me. But they love what we do, so I imagine that we'll be able.
Yeah, I'd love to do a Valentine's Day one. That'd be great.
Where were we gonna do it?
I'd say Domain.
Do it somewhere lovely.
That would be.
Yeah.
Pinky's out. I want to do a little.
I think we do it at the Kung Fu Domain, and
cool.
They got games and all that shit. But at the same time, like, I just to do it at a different location and just kind of change it up, spice it up.
Yeah, that's tight. Yeah. We could do a Street Fighter competition.
Nice. I'm thinking Mortal Kombat. Like,
that's what I was about to say. After the NBA Jam tournament, I did get people ask me, and their request was like, because I'd already been thinking about like us doing it next time. And I literally got a couple because I was thinking Street Fighter Mortal Kombat 2, not 1, but 2.
Wait a minute.
And I got people, and I had a couple guys that were like, what if we do a Street Fighter Turbo competition? And I was like, I've already thought about it.
Hold on, I hate to interrupt, but speaking of Valentine's Day and mixtapes, Swing Pro, I remember that fucking mixtape y'all did.
Fucking was amazing. It still is amazing.
That shit is still fucking dope, dude. I think y'all should.
Still out there.
I jam it on a regular.
And are we gonna get a Louis Vuitton and Burberry album?
What?
Because these two rap bastards rap, by the way. Louis Vuitton and Burberry. Are we ever getting that debut mixtape?
Is it coming?
It's been a long time.
I gotta find.
Y'all are both comfortable in life now. Y'all can pursue the rap career.
I think Mike's the only one that has it. He has it on CD somewhere though.
Max has it.
I don't have it.
We definitely gonna have that.
Speaking of,
her and her friend were actually jamming it like it was some radio.
She played it for everybody at Cool River back in the like.
And they were like, this is dope.
Like, this is good. She's like, they're fucking with y'all. This isn't real.
All right. Speaking on hip hop and y'all rapping, local artists. What's your favorite artist right now?
Uzi Vert.
No, go. Bam. That's what I wanted to hear.
Locally?
No, local. Yeah, local.
Like anybody that y'all, if any,
past,
y'all,
present, maybe
someone.
That
it could be someone you knew that from '94 to '98 that only did one little single from a feature from somebody and is no longer doing it, but was dope to you. Anybody that y'all fuck with?
Doc Holliday.
Nice.
Yeah.
Word up to Doc and Set for Life. Oh,
I tried doing something recent with him.
I told you sent me to do it.
He's like, yeah, dude, yeah, and then like it just never happened and never materialized. But I would still do a song with Doc like today, like right now.
Yeah.
I do.
Shout out to
I just want him
Holiday.
just to rap, and I don't want him to sing or nothing. I mean, nothing. I don't have anything against it, but I just want, because he does sing too. But I just would want him to
Remember that
fucking go nuts on it.
Kid
Because
Slyce.
we were doing this shit back in high school together.
Yeah. Y'all have a lot of history. Or Mike Swing, anybody you fucking with?
Honestly, I haven't really paid attention to a lot of local artists in a
Honest.
while.
I
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Because I've been so wrapped up DJing bullshit for the last long time. I don't know, but I will say that I've heard some of Zeely stuff. I kind of liked a couple of his
Shout out to the
couple of his tracks.
Yes.
And there's a couple that he has that I really
No. Is it Zeely 32, Zeely Raps, or Zeely we're taking
Okay,
it up?
well,
That's my man. I love him to death.
I don't necessarily put him in a rap category with the music he's been making.
Now, but then
before. Right, no, when he was doing his battle rap shit, like that was like rap.
That's
But what
Zeely
he's doing
32
now,
to me.
what he's doing now is I feel like an evolved, like hip hop evolved into something else, like because he's not necessarily doing hip hop, but then he's not doing EDM, but he's doing like some alternative thing, like because what he's doing now, I feel like crosses.
I just feel he's just doing his own genre, like an unfiltered
I
drama.
love that kind of vibe, like that.
He's kind of crossed boundaries to where he's not doing just hip hop anymore.
Yeah.
So so I don't know if I would include him on that list because he's kind of transcended outside of hip hop in a way.
But you got to put him on that list because he is hip hop.
He's
the one they started the Red Bull battling him and Franchise. I remember they had a song called.
They were going city.
I remember they had a song that they were using that they kind of used that whole that London, Japan, and I'm fresh off the block. Then the next man we all had a stop by gig that BRMG we would throw at Barcelona during South by.
Yeah.
So you got people that put him in that category. But Kid Slyce, anybody locally you fucking with?
Like I like YouTube. Like I wish that one record you did a long time ago where you're kind of whispering.
I played that last night.
Did you play last? He did show Lauren that. He showed my girl that last night.
Lauren didn't even know it was him and me.
Yeah.
Watch yourself, girl. You talking about that one?
Yeah.
We're gonna play that, by the way, on this episode for y'all.
I don't like it when you talk shit.
Yeah.
I like soft Eddie.
Talking for the ladies.
That's why I like that one.
Yeah. It
doesn't sound like you.
Who you came with? What you doing?
Yeah,
Watch
the whisper
yourself,
one.
girl.
Yeah. See, those are the two. Like
nice. Thank you. That humbles me. Hey, yo, and I want to tell you, since we're on there and doing this, thank you for playing that on the Shady 45 with Sway and for playing the Bang Bang record.
Bang Bang's dope.
Shout out to Jaguar Skills for that beat. We'll get into a story, another episode on that later on. But
I love sending Pro Tools.
And that's why I play.
You know what I'm saying?
I tried to play somebody local, like as many as I could. That's why.
You didn't have to, but you did. And I appreciate that.
I had you, and then I had one of your tracks that you.
T-Double, you get your here too.
For Bodega.
Nice. Catch down there, Greg.
Shout out Travi.
God
damn it, I forgot.
Was it the Mike Tyson one?
No.
I remember Static Selector did the Mike Tyson, the Punch Out. The Mike Tyson Punch Out.
You played the Indian joint.
Yeah.
That's a song that actually didn't make the EP.
So Kid Slyce, who?
That's the only one out of like 7.
Well, Zeely and Franchise, we go way back.
Oh yeah.
I was saying on Franchise the other night. I went over to my buddy's house.
What is he up to, man? He's
got a kid.
Okay.
He's got a kid right now, and that kid I haven't even seen it. He lives literally like 2 blocks away from me.
So Franchise, we need to get you on here, man.
I could throw a football maybe like 4 or 5 times in his house. No, he those guys were like really influential to me. A guy that I used to love and admire was Global 74.
Mm-hmm.
If any of you guys old heads know
Dreadlocks, right?
Emeka, yeah. He was very influential to me and very supportive of me. This is back when no one knew who I was, and I even don't know how we even met, but we started kicking it, and then from him and Zeely and Franchise, those were the 3 guys that really got me into performing DJing, not just scratching it.
Haps too. Haps,
Bavu.
Bavu, we can't forget Bavu Blakes now.
Trey God when they were doing Boombox on Tuesday.
Yeah,
that was really dope.
Now, this town needs something like Boombox again. I feel like.
Yes,
we're just talking about that.
They did it just once a month.
You remember NPC Club?
Yeah.
Who was doing that? Mofo's Visuals was doing that?
No. Me and Dirk Diggler.
Dirk's definitely going to be on here.
Dirk put one on and just kind of fucking around.
That's my dude right there, man.
Yeah. It was so dirty.
Love me some Dirk Diggler, man.
Dirk did it once or twice, and I went to him, and then Dirk was like, me and Dirk just started talking, and he's just like, hey, man, do you want to do it with me or kind of thing? And just kind of, so me and him started organizing it together. and doing it. And we even hooked up with DJ Manny. Shout out to Manny when he had the little studio workspace over off like West Mary or something like that.
Yeah.
And not when it was in the store retail spot, but it was in the warehouse. And we did it there one night. We had like fucking 30 guys on NPCs in like a classroom setting. It was fucking dope, man.
Nice.
Real quick, I mean, those were like the old school guys. New school cats that are really good, man. There's, Capiak, those guys, Minds a Different Kind,
Crew 5-4,
So-Called Patriots.
Like all these guys.
Shout out to Kurt.
They're doing great stuff, and not just and the thing is like they're not just in the studio making albums and like tracks, like they're also bringing the culture to the town by doing monthlies and residencies where they showcase local talent and not just their own talent, but not just local talent but national talent, headlining talent, headline caliber talent. And I think that you have to take that into consideration whenever you're looking at like what are you doing as an artist, like how are you pushing the culture inside the city,
So I was like,
if I were somebody who wanted to go and get a taste of Boston hip hop on a Friday, Saturday, whatever an off day, where could I go here in town?
I think
Is there anywhere we can't go to hear local hip hop? That's my complaint.
Well,
that's my complaint.
So talk like Sip Sip. Like those guys are doing great parties and they're bringing local hip hop and they're creating the culture for that.
Yeah.
And I mean, and they're nice. I never go because I'm always busy with work.
Yeah. This is a DJ night.
No, it's
just live hip hop.
Local hip hop.
Because Flamingo Canteen still does shows like that.
Right, and that's where the Sip Sip shows were most recently. I think. I think they do stuff at Empire as well. I think as far as like going out to hear hip hop, it depends on what you're considering, man. Cause like I think going and listening to music, going out and drinking and having a good time and partying with your friends is one thing. But if you want to go out and be engaged and hear some new music. Like there's so many outlets out there.
Hell yeah, there is.
You just have to look for it, but we just get so like complacent that we don't ever like go out there and look at it. And like me as a DJ, I get complacent because if I don't get an instant gratification from a crowd looking, responding to the songs I'm playing, I'm not gonna play the new Parliament album. the new Childish Gambino album, like because like they're not engaged by it. And so it's saying like I think that like I don't know honestly where to go anymore. Because I'm not that outlet. My ducats right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't go out like. But I'm in the car. I don't listen to anything. It's just like.
I'm on talk radio, dog, like straight up.
Yeah. But I got an NBA podcast now. That's what I do.
The Joe Rogan podcast.
But
that's my joint.
I fuck with Jake Champs and Rap Radar and Jack Stone and shit of that nature. All right, but especially like local.
Yeah.
The dog is snoring.
He's awake, snoring.
Oh wow! He's got problems.
He's just like no one's paying attention to me.
I need a little attention here.
Well, guys, it was a motherfucking pleasure actually sitting y'all down and getting y'all in one room and sit down and chill and fuck around and shit the stick for a little bit. Any y'all want to give any shout outs to anybody?
You want to take a shit on anybody?
Want to shit on anybody? Anything?
Tell your mama I said what up.
No corporate sponsors, no nothing. Okay.
Hit us up on Instagram at New Jack Swing DJs.
Yeah, where can they find y'all? And Mike Swing, where can they find you?
Like us on Facebook, New Jack Swing Austin.
At Mike Swing. Google
Mike Swing.
And shout out to George Lucas. Thank you so much for Star Wars. I love you.
Pro, where can they find you online?
Instagram is my favorite. It's I am DJ Protege. So at I'm DJ Protege, no hyphens.
Word. And Kid Slyce, where can they find you at online?
You can so you first take your browser and you go to Google and you can type Kid Slyce. And even if you type an I,
is this that thing they call the internet that Al Gore invented?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Search Hacksaw Jim Duggan stunt double.
Skinny Action Bronson, fattest, largest
Jenga
DJ
Tower
in
Destroyer.
Jenga Star.
Jenga Killer.
It's Kid Slyce.
The Ruiner.
That was one of the big things why I took the name is because there was nobody else had the name Kid Slyce.
Yeah.
There is DJ Slyce. Shout out DJ Slyce. I mean, that by all means, I totally jacked his name. But I put a Y there.
Yeah.
So there.
Instead of the I, Y.
And anyway, so yeah, you can find me on.
He spelled it white. He spelled it hip hop. Okay.
It goes dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, y'all, this has been Culture Shock, y'all. Until next time, y'all, we're out.
PRMC.